Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Explore Classroom. My name is Jennifer Bergen, and I am so glad that you are with us today. Here in the United States, where I live, we're celebrating Jewish American Heritage Month and Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. These varied groups of people have impacted local history and all of our communities today, and they'll continue to impact our world. So to our viewers and explorers who identify as a part of these groups, we see you and we celebrate you. At National Geographic, we believe that anyone can be an explorer, and you have the power to make a difference in our world, no matter how old you are. Explorer Classroom is here to inspire you with stories from the field and connect you with our National Geographic explorers live to answer your questions. And this month, the theme is wildlife, from teeny tiny fish that live deep in the ocean to big bears high on top of the mountains. Animals all across the globe need our help to ensure they are protected. And today, our explorer does just that. We have explorer Ivonne Cassaigne. Ivonne is a wildlife veterinarian from Mexico who works with ranching communities to protect big animals that might cause the ranchers some problems. Ranches are often filled with cattle, and big cats come to visit because they're hungry. Ivonne comes up with solutions to protect the big cats and the cows that live with the ranchers. She also ensures that really big animals like bears, Pumas, Jaguars are doing well and staying healthy. She's got some incredibly clever ways to get them to visit her as a vet, and you're going to hear about that in today's show. But before we get started, I'd like to give a shout out to our registered guests. Hello, Jollyville Elementary, Flora Vista Elementary, Escuela Tribu Viva, Primary School of Panayo Volov, Lorenzo Manor Elementary, Kings Peak Elementary, and all of our homeschool families out there. We're thrilled to have you. And with that, let's hand it over to Ivonne and get Explore Classroom started. She's going to tell us about jaguars, pumas, and bears. Oh my! Ivonne, take it away.
Great. Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you. Hi. How are you, kids? Good to see you. I'm really excited, and I know you are probably about hearing about all these animals. That is really cool. So let's start with this talk. I'm gonna put it over here. Okay, let's see. Oops. Sorry about that. Let's, okay, go to the beginning. Okay.
No problem. Happens to me all the time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's go back over here. Okay, now ready. Yes. Okay, here we go. Now you can see it, right? Yes? Okay, great. So yeah, we're going to talk about all these animals that I'm sure you have at least seen on the TV or heard about them, right? So first, I'm going to tell you a little bit about where I live. I live in Mexico, and you can see over there the red dot I placed over there because I live in Mexico City, and that's a picture from Mexico City. So lots of buildings, lots of people, right? I don't know if you kids have been in a city this big, but it's really big with a lot of people. So since I didn't have much connection when I was a kid with wildlife, see, anytime I went on vacations, I just wanted to go and do something with animals. So if it was horseback riding, I would go there, or maybe in a river, I would go and try to see the fish in my, take just a small box or cup or whatever cup, and just wanted to see fish, wanted to see wildlife, because I wasn't really in touch with wildlife. Even the things that influenced me to become a veterinarian from wildlife were TV shows, you know. There were like these famous TV show when I was a kid that was about a wildlife veterinarian in Africa, and they had a lion, and I would watch all of this. I'm sure there are still some shows with wildlife, right? But for a kid in the city, it was kind of like my connection to see the animals out there. But also another thing that made me become a vet was, you know, seeing animals that were in need. You know, like that small cat, you know, sometimes you can see a dog maybe, or a cat that hasn't been attended or was abandoned. And so I wanted to help these animals, not only go and you know, see the wildlife, but also wanted to help them. So that actually made me become a veterinarian, but also a wildlife veterinarian, try to protect all these animals and help them out. So I guess many of you have had cats and dogs, and you know what I'm talking about, right? So then I went to school, studied very hard, you know, and became a veterinarian, and then went to the wild and make some other studies and became a wildlife veterinarian. So here you see some of the things that we use for studying wildlife, because it's not as easy as you know, grabbing a cat or a dog, or someone bringing you to the hospital or the clinic. Here they don't come, right? So we have to go there, and our first way to go and explore what's out there is like with these cameras. Have you ever seen a camera trap? Any of you? Raise your hands to see if anyone. Yeah, there are some over there that have seen them. Exactly. So those camera traps allow us to take pictures from the wildlife while we are not there, and we don't have to disturb them. And then we have other things that I'm going to talk about, but basically like these, a gun and you know, this book and the collar. But let me go by each one of them. And, you know, if you can make the screen again, should I make it on stop sharing a little bit over here?
Sure.
And then we'll go back. So we're going to be back over here, but I want to show it in a live. You know, this is a camera trap. So you have seen it, how it works. And we just put a card over here, and then takes really great pictures. We program it, and the animal goes by. And then we also use this pistol. See? This is the pistol we use for darting, which is like throwing an injection to the animal so they can go to sleep when we're going to handle them. For that, we use these barrels and then connect it to the pistol, right? And then we can actually put to sleep an animal. But I'm going to talk about that a little bit later, but I just wanted to show you all this equipment that we use. And we also use like these. This is like an injection. I know you don't like injections. No one likes them, but sometimes it's necessary actually to, you know, even to give some medications to the animals. So this is what we use, like a dart. And also we use alarms that we are all constantly checking to see if an animal has been captured safely, we don't hurt them. And this allows us to be right there when we need to start our process with the animal and check on him, etc. So let me go back again to our presentation. And so here we go. We also have these collars, right? Well, I do have a collar over here, but it's really the same one we're watching over here. And these collars are what we put on some of the animals in the wild. And these collars allows us to follow them through our computers. We can actually see where they are and where they are going. So this allows us to know how big is their home. See, because they don't live in a small house, they use a lot of space, and they need a lot of space to survive. So we want to know how big is that space so we can protect that space and know where they are so we can also protect them. So these collars allows us to do that. See, these collars connect just like your cell phone. Remember, who has a cell phone? Anyone has a cell phone, or their parents have a cell phone, right? So you know that now with these days, these cell phones connect to the satellites and can actually tell us where a person is. So it's the same thing with a little bit of more technology, but it's the same thing. So that is what we do. But first, here are some of the pictures we have from the camera traps. And look at this place. It's a rock, and there's so many animals in that same spot. See, at the left corner, anyone who knows what's that? Raise your hands. Who knows what's that? Yay, exactly. People over there, some people over there know that's a jaguar. Okay, it's a little bit moved, but it's a jaguar. And then at the right, we can see just like the tail of an animal going down. And I'm sure you know who's that. Who's that? Do you know? Have you seen here this animal? Well, that's a ring-tailed cat. A ring-tailed cat, and there are lots in the place where the jaguars live also, and the bears. And then we have at the bottom left, we have a bobcat, see? And then at the right, there's one that actually looks like a small jaguar, but that one is an ocelot, okay? All of these ones actually are carnivores, from small ones from the ring-tailed cat to the big one like the jaguar. And then we still have on that same rock, look at that, there's a fox over there. And then we have, I don't know if you do have them in the United States as well, and this is a coati, okay? That's a coati, and then look at the kitten over there. It's a baby, it's a jaguar baby, see? So we can know so much about them by the camera traps, and that's only one of the places where jaguars go. And also it's part of some ranches, okay? So this is what I do. I'm going to show you a video and I'm going to explain it to you. We sometimes need to place these collars to the animals so we can know where they go, and we can protect those places and work with the people in those places by talking with them and creating solutions for them to live with the animals. See, that thing is coexist. We will talk about it also later, but that's what we really want, to be able to exist with these animals in the same place that the ranchers live or anyone else that lives, see? So here's the video, and I am preparing the dart because I can't really go with the jaguar and tell him we're gonna put a collar. See, the jaguar probably doesn't like to be touched, so we have to put them to sleep a little bit, just like when you go at night and go to sleep, but we use some medications for that. So we put those medications in the dart and put them to sleep so we can grab them, put the collar, and the collar later will drop off by itself in 1 year after we know where he went in that whole year, and he will be okay again without the collar. He's still okay with the collar, but you know, anyway, we don't want him to keep the collar all year, more than a year, right? So here we go, and we're preparing that medication in the dark, which you can see the needle is actually very short, so it doesn't hurt them, and it goes very fast. And we have to take lots of precautions about the medications we use, the doses we use, so everything can go perfect. Yes. So there we go, and I'm preparing to use the pistol that I just showed you with the barrel, and there's the jaguar over there at the back. See, so one shot and ready. So now we just wait like 3 minutes, and we have the jaguar already sleeping. We want for him to be okay in every sense, so we put some lubricant in his eyes so it doesn't dry, because they're going to be with their eyes open. It's a special medication that goes to sleep, but with their eyes are still open. So we put that lubricant, then we put that thing on their heads, so it keeps all the lights like not bothering him. In this case, his hair. She's a female jaguar, and her name is Corazon. We name her like that because she has a spot that looks like a heart. Corazon is heart, so that's why we name her like that. It's very interesting that every spot in a jaguar is single, is only from that jaguar. All of them are different. The spots are different in every jaguar, and that allows us to know which jaguar is there, even by the camera traps. And we're taking some blood samples because we want to check on the diseases that they may have, and we know if we have to do anything about it, put some medications or not. We put fluids to help them, and then we reverse them. We have medications that actually wake them up. So here she is, all awake, and she goes back to her home with her new collar. So we didn't hurt her in any way. And now we go with bears. We have this kind of cages for a bear to go in, and we put some food. And sometimes they go in, or sometimes we use other kind of traps that we use, for example, for the jaguar, that we all time are checking. Every 2 hours we check to see if any animal is there, so they don't have to be in a trap very long. So this bear came here like in the morning, and we capture them safely, and there we go, dark him and do exactly the same. We're also going to put a collar to know where the bears are and what areas we have to protect to keep them and allow them to be safe while they are in their homes. We check their temperature, we take blood samples. See, there we are taking the blood sample. We also check for diseases on them, any kinds of bacteria, parasites, all those things that sometimes we also get them and we get sick. So we don't want them to be sick, and so we check everything for them. And here we are again placing that collar that will allow us to know where he is. And is waking up, see, just like you wake up in the morning, and there she goes again, back to her home. Yeah, so that's okay. So yeah, okay, so I'm not sharing anymore, right? No. Okay, all good. So did you like the video? Yes? Okay, so let's see, let's go back and finish this part. So if you have any questions, we will start also working on those questions, okay? So one of the most important things about working here with the animals is that they live where ranchers live, as they were telling you in the beginning. So we have worked with them trying to solve this problem about some of the jaguars or pumas or bears coming to kill the cattle. And by working with them, we want to create solutions for them to protect their cattle as well, and we protect the wildlife in our side. So here's one of the ranchers we work with. He gets some predations, but we have worked with him, and now he doesn't kill jaguars anymore. How did we do that? Well, he has his cows in all over the ranch, so what we did was to provide him what he needed, like a pump that is worked with solar energy to bring water to the cows where he can take care of them. It wasn't that complicated. We did it for him, and now he's very happy, and now he allows some jaguars to go by, and he's okay because he now protects his cattle. This is one of the things we do with them. We also help them to manage them better, and then have less problems of animals getting killed by jaguars. But the jaguar lived there first, and then we bring the cows. So what we need is for them to coexist, and we just need ranchers to take care of their cattle and allow the jaguars to be there, even if they kill every now and then a small cow. But that's what they eat. Yes. So, but we want to work with everyone to be able to do what they need to do. Keep dreaming, always dream, okay? Because dreams can come true. My dream was becoming a wildlife vet, and I also always dream about going to see the gorillas, okay? And that dream came true also. So everything you dream, it can come true with a lot of work, okay? So, kids, this is, I'm ready then for the questions. I hope you liked the video and everything. And thumbs over here. Yeah, I can see you. Okay.
Ivonne, thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us today.
Thank you, Jennifer. There's one question over there that I saw that what do I do if animal is sick or has a disease? And just to clarify that one, if an animal is really sick, we can actually help him with some antibiotics and medications that we can put while we are with him. One time we had a puma that had all these thorns on his face, so we could pull every thorn and then get him back to his life. So yeah, if we are there, we can help.
Well, friends, thank you so much for listening to Ivonne. I hope you are inspired, and I hope many of you will consider being wildlife vets. And for those of you who really enjoyed today's show and you're thinking, I want to do this again, we're doing this again next week. With ages 3 through 8 on Monday, May 22nd, we'll have Explorer Lucy Houlston, and we'll learn how can you find wildlife in your backyard. But also invite your older friends. We've got some really cool explorers throughout the rest of the school year, and we hope that you'll join us. So go ahead, register at natgeoed.org/Explorer Classroom. Have a great day, everyone. Stay curious and keep exploring. Bye.